Green Team Media.
What's your all-time favorite black romantic movie? And you can jump in too. That's
Okay.
gonna be the last question.
Okay.
That's fine now. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you feel free to answer that.
No,
I don't know if you
yeah,
watch
Sean
black stuff.
Edwards.
That's
Fox.
all right.
Do you watch black stuff?
I'm just gonna
That's
repeat
what I'm
what
saying,
they
man. I
said.
want this like
You know black.
Hey, this is family right here. This is family. This
And
is
you
love.
can eat too.
Leaving the theater, you felt like you was one of us, right? You
No,
feel like one of
it
the
wasn't
boys?
even leaving. It's why you watching. This is why I want to congratulate you guys. Because you don't see a lot of movies where I totally felt connected from beginning to end. Because this is how I operate. This is how I love. This is how I live. And that's how I work. And
Yeah.
it's good to see that on the big screen.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
But I want to find out from each of you, what are your thoughts on the book that inspired the movie?
That's Jerry's favorite question, Jerry. How you
Mr. Harvey's book that opened up the can of
I
worms?
think, I mean, obviously the book was insanely successful. I think, you know, sorry. The book was insanely successful. I think it was a good kind of common sense thing to kind of say, which is sometimes women just need to hear it like that. And I think it's revealing because, like, yeah, it's about men and what we do, but also it kind of uncovers a little bit of, like, why do women react this way when we do this? So I do think there was something in it.
I don't know. I think that I'm gonna keep saying it is that I think the book is great because it just opens up the dialogue.
Absolutely.
And as long as you're communicating, you kind of head in a better place. So he didn't necessarily go in depth on every single character and individual that he was describing, but what he did do was he sparked conversation. Kevin was on set preaching his perspective while we were doing the movie. We couldn't get him to shut up.
So you were literally preaching during the movie.
I've been known to preach.
Was there like a personal connection with the book? Or a personal
Well, no, like you
situation?
said, opening the dialogue. You know, dialogue meaning debates, means, you know, everybody's point of view. And on set, our discussions about women, about dating, about long-term relationships, you know, about being faithful. Just, we had a lot of stuff to talk about, and I think that made our days go by so much easier. And not only that, you know, it helps with the movie. When you're supposed to be close and friends in a film, the more that you're talking and doing what friends do offset, which is interacting, it makes it that much better when you're filming.
All right,
Chemistry got better.
Let's have each of you weigh in on why there's so many differences between men and women. Why does this always exist? Because there have been other books before. You have this book, there's talk shows, there's all advice columns. So why does this still exist?
Mike, why does this exist?
You know, in my mind, it's what makes us dope. I mean, if you know, a woman is dope because she's a woman, not because she's thinking just like me, in my opinion. I prefer for her to think like her, you know. She should have insight into how I behave and things of that nature, but I don't need her to think like me.
But what's it going to take to close the gap?
No, you know what? You go. No, you break it
Nah,
down.
we're fundamentally different and we're raised different. When we're 6 years old, we're playing with G.I. Joes and blowing stuff up, and girls are playing with Barbies, putting together relationships. So their whole life, they're getting trained for marriage and for kids and for those things. And us, we're getting told our whole life, don't commit, don't settle down, don't get pregnant.
You
Like,
got to provide for your
Yeah.
kids, man. You got to find what you're going to do.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's just, we're apples and oranges.
You agree?
I love the
close the gap.
I agree. I don't think the gap's ever gonna really close, or else I think it would have happened already. And yeah, I don't see the gap closing anytime soon.
All right. So there's room for more books like Think Like
Oh
Men.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that just says stuff that makes everybody uncomfortable. Look, at the end of the day, men are like lions, and we hunt.
All right, well then, speaking of hunting, speaking of relationship, give me the worst dating advice you ever got or ever received, and why it was so bad. and why it
Who
didn't
just
work.
said the word?
My dad straight up told
Do
me
the
this.
voice, though, do the
He
voice.
was like, Junior, cheat first because they go do it.
Honestly, I've never really received advice. Probably because my dad wasn't there. But here's the thing. When you